Clock says 6:30. And I see we have a quorum, so I will call the meeting of the City Council, City of Hillsboro to order. First item up on our agenda is approval of consent agenda. Did everyone receive copies of the 5/3/2022 regular City Council meeting? Did everyone receive the copies of the vouchers totaling $127,773.12? And is everybody aware that I made a mistake in my library board appointment last meeting and appointed the wrong Kathy? So instead of Kathy Fish, it should have been Kathy Rector. So my apologies to both of those ladies, and I again apologize for the confusion, but the correct appointment should be Kathy Rector. Are there any questions, corrections to the minutes? Any questions regarding the vouchers? Any questions regarding my mistake? Hearing none, I'd accept a motion to approve our consent agenda.
I move that we approve.
Councilman Lowen moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Councilman By seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now in our first public comment section, I do not see any members of the public online or present. So we will move on to our business item for the evening. And that is consideration of bids for the street shop roof. Mr. Stiles.
Thank you, sir. So in February, we talked about this and we sent it back out to get at least one more bid to look at. So we have another bid in here from Ray Roofing. It's not exactly an apples to apples because Ray in this bid is talking about a membrane roof to cover the existing roof. We did follow up with them and ask about what just a metal roof would be, a replacement metal roof. They said it was roughly the same cost, so still around that $24,900. So we got a rebid from Nelson Fowles on just a metal roofing system that goes over the existing roofing system, which I think is the preference anyway on this, and that came down at $21,875, which is a little bit up from what we originally talked about back in February, which is not super surprising the way things have been going. So Dale and I spoke about this for a little while about what the preference should be. We've had not the best experience with membrane roofs, and this really doesn't make a lot of sense for a membrane roof. Typically you find those on more of a flat roof situation. So we're recommending to go with the bid from Nelson Fowles because A, it's cheaper, and B, it's a metal roof replacement there. So this will come out of the capital improvement fund. Of course, we've been doing a lot of roofs lately out of our stuff, but everything's kind of hitting at the same time on that. So that is our recommendation for Nelson Fowles at a cost of $21,875.
Any questions? Hearing none, I'd accept a motion to approve the bid, recommended bid for Nelson Fowles in the amount of, again, $24,972. Is that correct?
No, $21,875.
Oh, sorry, $21,875. Looking at the wrong page. $21,875. Would somebody care to make that motion?
Moved.
Councilman Driggers moves.
Second.
Councilman Lowen seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. It doesn't look like we have any discussion items, nothing on the budget yet that we want to talk about. So
Everything is kind of, it's an early meeting and 3 weeks between meeting, and we kind of are in a weird spot on some action items. But
Okay.
we'll have a big meeting probably June 7th.
all right. Okay. So I guess we're moving on to your city administrator's report.
Yes, sir. City auction was held last Saturday, and we started at 9 and originally thought we'd be done at noon. I think we got done at like 4.
Oh, geez.
So
2:30 they were
2:30.
done auctioning, but
Okay.
there was a lot of
lots of
things
stuff
happening afterwards.
So in case you missed it, KSN came out and did a new spot, promotional spot. It was really I thought pretty positive. So we've kind of officially made the possum, the stuffed possum, the mascot for the museum now. I think that story's been told a couple different times and highlighted in a couple places. So we should, well, the overall cost was about 18, or the proceeds, excuse me, was about 18,000. So pretty good. Not a bad turn. That doesn't include the auctioneer fee and anything else we need to take out of that, but turned out pretty well. We should have everything kind of finalized. The process takes a few days to week or so, just to get everything kind of finalized, but we'll have that once we have it. And the plan with the museum proceeds, at least, is to look at a project over at the Scheffler House to redo the carriage house. If you've seen that recently, it looks like it's about ready to blow over. So that's kind of when they want to start using that. And I think we have a donor actually who may match some of those funds and may actually be able to do it yet this year. So Community Plaza. So we met with the group that remains on that and have launched kind of a few ideas on fundraising. We have an $80,000 challenge grant out there from a member of the community. They want to remain anonymous, but the group is small and mighty, is going to take on raising that $80,000 to get that challenge grant and finish everything up. We've got to pick out some stuff with the bathroom building. We met with those Votes Construction on that and got pre-construction done. There's a few things we got to pick out, but we're going to get moving. And if you noticed it, we've got Washington Street closed. We're actually starting the water line work. Started that Monday. So cutting up the street, banging around with the big equipment, going to be replacing the water line. Yeah, it's always fun. So that all is moving forward, and hopefully, we're hoping to get everything kind of up and running in June yet, maybe if we can get everything. If barring any unforeseen issues, we're going to shoot for June. So insurance renewal, we're meeting with our insurance renews, the health insurance, renews on July the 1st. We're meeting with our representative tomorrow afternoon from Freedom Claims Management. Going to talk options. We are also considering the KMIT health insurance pool. That's going to take a little bit of work because their renewal date's a January renewal date. So we're going to at least evaluate it and see kind of how that looks. Midwest Public Risk is also going to be here on the 7th to talk about our liability and property insurance. That we talked about getting a quote from them potentially. So we'll have to kind of weigh that out and look at what that looks like. It's a different model than what we have now too. Submitted a compost grant through KDHE to purchase a new composting screen. It'll improve the city's compost site, which is actually, it's really good. It works pretty well now. But one of the things we find that it gets in there, trash gets in there, big debris. And so we're hoping to add this compost screen with a 75% grant from KDHE to improve our quality and hopefully increase our production a little bit. Hope to hear back on that. And I think it's early July when we hear on that. So
How does that work?
what's that?
Compost screen.
Well, a compost screener, it's basically like you would be panning for gold, I guess is the best way to do it. It screens and it shakes it, and then it just separates things out. So all the big stuff, it's got a series of screens, and all the big stuff stays up. So, let's see, VoIP phone system. We're working to replace our phone system because ours is no longer supported. It's getting kind of costly to maintain it. We'd like to add some features, some pretty basic things that we just don't have right now. But we've been working with TCW to do a hosted system through them, which would be pretty low cost. It's kind of a subscription model. And so we're hoping to get we've got an initial request in from that, or a proposal in from them, and we need to kind of evaluate that and look at it. So you got your health insurance savings report and also the KPP bill there. On the health insurance savings report, since we're kind of closing out the year on that new model that we started last year, we are at a net savings of $48,000, which is sitting in a bank account for us to use for claims. So it's worked pretty well this year, actually. I don't think we're leaning toward, at least initially, moving away from it.
So if you did that KMAT,
would it be just in lieu of Blue Cross, and so you'd still have the freedom claims on
Right.
top of it?
Yep. That all would stay the same, and just we would be changing how Blue Cross is fed. It would be from a pool versus just rating on
Oh,
ourselves.
so it's still Blue Cross?
Yeah,
even
it's still
under-
Blue Cross.
Okay.
It would just be, we would be going into the market either as ourselves or as the pool, so.
Okay.
And then I will be out on vacation next week. So if you need anything, call Danielle, I guess.
Figure it out.
I'll have limited cell and email. I'll check it probably once or twice a day, so. That's all I have today, sir.
Okay, any questions? All right, hearing none, again, we'll see no public, members of the public present or online. So we will dispense with our second public comment section, move to council comments. Councilman Driggers,
Thing today.
Councilman Lowen,
Everything.
Councilman McCarty,
Nothing.
Councilman Bai. Okay, the final comments I would like to make is I would just like to offer my extreme thanks and just for a job well done with the sale this week. A lot of people worked really hard, and I want, I know if I start recognizing individuals, it will be, I will miss somebody, and I don't want to do that, but our city staff did an outstanding job. And I will mention a couple people, and that's Kara Duell and Danielle and Dale, in particular Dalkey, for their extra work that they did in not only before the sale, but during the sale. And Danielle, I would just also say, you didn't have to buy everything.
No, it didn't. The globe is displayed nicely in my
Nice,
office.
nice. You looked like you were having a good
It
time,
was
so.
good.
I didn't know if she bought the road grader.
Yeah, she and I guess my son-in-law was kept away, so I was pretty sure that was gonna end up at his place, but I think he was under orders to stay home. He had enough toys
Yeah,
already, so.
big piece of iron right there.
But again, kudos to our staff and what an outstanding way to not only clear up a lot of clutter and mess, but to come out on the positive side financially and be able to use those funds in a positive way. It's a big deal. So again, many thanks. Is there any other business that needs to come before the council? Hearing none, meeting is adjourned.
We're going for record. I'm not sure you quite hit it.
It's pretty close.